Welcome to the College Football Playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Texas Longhorns. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's for the...
The 21.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion sets up a second down play. Receiver in motion now. Keeping it on the ground here. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The ball is loose. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, the offense catches a break here, lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
And the Rebels with 1st and 10 here. And he drops back in the gun, looking for his back. And the completion made. An explosive play, big gain across midfield to the 42.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
And the Rebels are going to keep this drive rolling. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Hard running there through a tackle. And they finally stopped him, but a decent gain that time.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Brought down, but broke a tackle. Produced a solid gain there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Wow, how about the defense here? On the road in a playoff game, you step up and come up with an interception on the first drive. You're an underdog. It's a big stage. All odds are against you. And you start off the opening drive as a defense with an interception, and you bring your quarterback out now with some confidence, believing that they can win this game.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And now the running back's got it again. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for their offense.
Third down play for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on 3rd down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got 4th and short.
It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. And he'll set up to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw complete to the tight end. That's a nice game to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he fires the football to the right side. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Oh, my gosh. They go for the big play, and they drop. Boy, that hurts, and it hurts their momentum and a chance at a big play.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking downfield. He's got it for a big gain. Finding space at the 20. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Rebels will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Defense is coming after him. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Zero hesitation that time. We just got it, put it out to the right flat. Unfortunately, it falls incomplete.
Third down and goal. Big play coming up here in the red zone. From the shotgun, drops back. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And he fields it inside the 15. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's when they start the drive. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Tackle made after the completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's going to pull it down and run. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Longhorns look to keep this drive moving. And looking to throw now on first down. That pass is caught. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Aiming for the end zone. Tackled just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
First and goal. Great chance now to draw even before halftime. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Touchdown, Texas. Number 5 in the end zone.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And it's good.
The extra point is good. That ties the game.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick it away.
Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up 2nd down. The offense now operating in empty.
6-9-1, Gator score. Here we go. Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Longhorns will line up here on 1st down and goal. Oh, it's snapped to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was an excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Ball back at the 6 for a 2nd and goal off that loss. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Bringing pressure. Trying to run it in. The defense stops him close to the goal line, but not in.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off. Reminds his defense what he can do with his legs and almost took it to the house.
He's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line. Well, look at this. They could break the tie with a chip shot, but the coach says, we're going for it on fourth down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now. All right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Across midfield. Physical run-breaking tackles. A huge gain moves the ball to the +22. Great scoring position now. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. First down here for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Couldn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Looking for his big tight end. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to begin the second half. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. And they get into the ground at the 30. That's where the drive will start.
Offense will take over. 1st and
10. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
The 2nd down incompletion sets up 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's 3rd down and inches, lower the shoulder, get the 1st down.
Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Trying to extend the play. On the run here, taking a deep shot. He's got it out of the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And Chris, I think back all the years of Texas football, going way back, and they've had some good receivers. Roy Williams comes to mind, Devin Duvernay more recently in the slot. But, man, they really need to start a new legacy, and maybe plays like this can get them going in a new direction.
And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he...
Touchdown, Longhorns. That puts them on top in the second half.
Touchdown, Texas. Number 20.
Now the important point after attempt.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
PAT puts them in front by 7.
Good. That makes the score. Texas 14. Ole Miss 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. The returner is brought down. Gets it started for the next drive. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Caught quickly. Gets some space around the 30. A quick juke to get free. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
On the run here. Lets it go. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Big gain across midfield. Tackle finally made at the 32.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
But the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. The pocket breaking down. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Man tackled after a small pickup there. Getting set. Here's second down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Inside the 20. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Texas.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Ole Miss 7.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He steps out at the 21. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Fights off a defender. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loses 2. Second down coming up.
They go backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. They're going to run it here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. Trying for a 4th down completion. He's got it. Enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
And they'll stop him short with the line to gain. Offense trying to move in the scoring position if they can convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple of scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
There's a nice play by this defense after giving up a huge gain. They're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. Not much on that play, brought down short.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking to scramble. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. That's an important score. We've got a 1-possession game now, Kurt, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. He'll hand it off. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And the pressure gets home. It's a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
Here we are late in the close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got it inside the 10. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Has the lead in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down. Instead of running, you throw it. Take a chance of a potential incompletion, but instead you trust your quarterback complete.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Point after, not quite through.
Texas, 28, Ole Miss.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Number 17, set to kick this one away.
He'll take the return and try to get some better field position.
Returner
Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Looks over the middle, and that's complete.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense in bounds so that clock will keep ticking.
And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Oh, almost another interception. Can you believe it? It's going to bring up 3rd down. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Pressure is coming. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Going for a big play downfield. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Here's the 2nd down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a 1st down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a 1st down.
1st down and 10 now. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Of course,